For a decade, the script at the Allianz Arena was written in one specific movement. A winger receives the ball on the right touchline, he pauses, he shifts his weight, and then everyone in the stadium knows exactly what's coming next, yet nobody can stop it. The cut inside, the Arjen Robben special. Since Robben hung up his boots, Bayern Munich has spent a fortune trying to find that feeling again. We've seen world-class talents come and go, but the right flank never felt quite the same, until now. Michael Olise hasn't just filled a gap in the squad, he has reawakened a ghost. With 15 goals and 22 assists already this season, he's putting up numbers that aren't just good, they are historic. Could Bayern finally have another winger who brings back memories of Robben? Because watching Olise play, something feels familiar, very familiar. Before Munich, Olise was already turning heads in England. At Crystal Palace, he was not just another young winger, he was different. Elegant on the ball, calm under pressure, creative in tight spaces. But what made him special was his decision-making. Olise didn't rely on speed alone, he relied on intelligence. He could slow the game down, draw defenders in, and then eliminate them with one touch. Palace fans saw glimpses of brilliance every week, but Bayern saw something more. They saw a player who could fit perfectly into their attacking system, a winger who could create, score, and dictate tempo from the flank. And most importantly, a player who wasn't afraid of the ball in big moments. For years, Bayern's flanks defined their dominance. Ribéry on the left, Robben on the right.
Robben mit rechts! Und jetzt ist er drin!
Two players who terrorized defenders across Europe, but since their departure, that balance disappeared. The left wing had stars, but the right side, it never truly found its long-term air. Several players tried, some were good, some had moments, but none had that signature move. That predictable move defenders knew was coming, yet still couldn't stop. That's what Robben had. And now, some fans are starting to see something similar with Michael Olise. Watch Michael Olise closely. When he receives the ball on the right, he pauses, he studies the defender. Then comes the movement, a subtle shift of the body, a quick touch inside, and suddenly the defender is off balance. It's smooth, controlled, and incredibly difficult to defend. And if this pattern sounds familiar, it should, because we have seen this type of dribbling somewhere before. Well, it was Arjen Robben. Robben built an entire career on one move, cut inside from the right, drive toward goal, and unleash that unstoppable left foot. Defenders knew exactly what he was going to do, but stopping it was another story entirely. Olise's game isn't identical, but the rhythm, the body feints, the left foot dominance, and the way he attacks from the right side, it feels like a modern echo of Robben, and Bayern fans know exactly how valuable that can be. But Olise is not simply a copy of Robben. In fact, he brings something different to Bayern's attack. Where Robben was explosive and direct, Olise is patient and creative. He doesn't always rush toward goal. Sometimes he waits, he draws two defenders toward him, and then he delivers the pass no one expected. This is what makes him dangerous, because defenders face an impossible decision. Close him down quickly, and risk getting dribbled past. Give him space, and he'll pick out a perfect cross. In Bayern's system, that creativity is priceless. With players making runs inside the box, Olise suddenly becomes the architect, the player who unlocks defenses. And when Bayern dominate possession, which they usually do, his technical ability becomes even more important. Bayern rarely invest heavily in players, unless they believe those players can become stars. And with Olise, the belief is clear, because he fits exactly what modern Bayern need. A winger who can beat defenders one-on-one, a creator who can produce goals and assists, and a player who thrives under pressure. But perhaps the most exciting part is that Olise is still developing. He's not the finished product, which means Bayern fans may only be seeing the beginning of a player who could dominate the Bundesliga for years. So the big question remains, is Michael Olise the next Arjen Robben? The honest answer, probably not. Robben was a once-in-a-generation winger, a player who defined an era at Bayern Munich. But comparisons don't always mean replacement. Sometimes they simply highlight a feeling, a style, a moment that reminds fans of greatness. And when Olise picks up the ball on the right wing, cuts inside, and glides past a defender, for a split second, Bayern fans remember something special, something they haven't seen in years. Because somewhere in that movement, in that dribble, in that left foot magic, it feels like history might be repeating itself.